We're going to learn how to do some Bates numbering. So I have a document here that I want to add some Bates numbering to. On the right side of my screen, I have stamps, so I could just click on that and it would open up Bates numbering for me. However, if you do not have that on the right side of your computer, you can just scroll over to Tools and scroll down to where we want to have share and review. So the stamp is here. If you do not have open and you have add, click on add till you get to open. Then you will click on it. The stamp bars up and we have stamps palette, custom stamps, Bates numbering. I want to do Bates numbering, so I'm going to click to add. I have my document here. Then I'm going to click OK because it's the right document. It has to replace existing. So as this file already contains a header footer, and if I would like to replace existing, I'm going to click on replace existing. It is showing me what the top of the document is, which has no text, and the bottom, which center it has exhibit 1. Looking at it here, this is a preview of the top, so I know the top left is right here, the document. This would be the top right, this would be the bottom right, and the bottom left, and this would be the center. And we have it here with the left header text. You do center, right header text, the same as the footer. I actually want my Bates numbering to go to the right footer, so I'm just going to click in for the right footer. And if I want to change the page range where I don't want the entire document to have Bates, I would click on page range options, and I would just click that I want it from the start of which page to maybe I only want the first 2 pages, or depending on how big your document is, you can just choose a range. You can also decide if you want the Bates to be only on the even pages or the odd pages. I'm going to click to do all pages that I want the Bates for. I'm going to go back to the right footer and make sure that is still going to populate for me on the right footer. And I'm going to insert the Bates number. You can choose however many digits you want. So you can have the document numbering to be in the 10, hundreds, thousands, whatever number sequence you would like. You can also start it at 1, or you can start it at a different number. I'm going to go with 1. You can do a prefix or a suffix. So if I wanted to add to it, and I'm going to say this is dough, I want all of my numbers to have dough in front of them. Then I would just go ahead and add dough for the beginning, and we should pop up soon. Here we go. Our Bates number. So I have dough with the number series of the zeros, which is 5, and my first number up on my Bates. And I'm going to click OK. So if I scroll down on the document, you see here we have dough 1, there's 2, and we scroll down to 3. And that is Bates. So if I want to go ahead and just finish and leave it saved as is, I would just click on close and I would save my document. So I go to file and you can just save it however you will like. Although if you are not satisfied with it, you can click to remove. And I scroll back down and now the Bates numbering is gone. Maybe you want to change it. You can see I'm going to add. I'm going to go back to the same document. I can either click on replace existing or add new. Right here, I'll just say that I'm going to add new. So I want to update my right footer text. But this time, maybe I only want to add in like the first 2 pages. So I'll start still with page number 1, but I want my page range to be different. So I only want the first 2 pages. I go to OK. And I did click again in the right footer text because I want it to be the right footer. I'm going to insert Bates number. Maybe I'll make it the number 8. And I'll say that I want this one to start with number 5. I click OK. And now I have it starting with number 5. And it should be just the first 2 pages. So I scroll down, starts with number 5, number 6, and the last page does not have anything. But I still want to add something before the numbering. So I click remove. I'm going to add. So you can click on it or not. But if it was multiple documents, you would choose which one you want. And I click OK. I'm going to add new. Scroll this down some so you can see a little bit better on the add header and footer. So I'm going to click on right footer text because that's where I want it to go. But maybe I want to change the font. I want to make it a little bit bigger. So I can also make it bold and italic on a size 10. And I want to make sure that I have all the pages this time. So I could click page range options and I see that it has all pages, which is what I want. I click on the page number and date format. And I'm not really using a date, so it doesn't matter here, but yes, it still says Bates number, which is what I want. And I want it to start with the first page. So I have start page number 1. I'm going to insert Bates number and go with the 8 digits, but I want to add my dough back. So I type it in, I click OK. I think I got everything that I need here. I go back and click OK. And now I have my edited Bates numbering. See now, I have my dough back in. I have number 1, number 2, and number 3. Try and move it a little, you'll see. Number 3. And that is how we do Bates numbering. And you can play around with it, and you can do a lot of things with Bates numbering. But I'm going to close here. And once you're ready to have your document saved in final format, you would just go over to File, and you can save it as whichever type of document you want to have it. So, and that is Bates numbering.